Hello and welcome to Snowrunner truck review. Now today we having a look at the ANK Mk38. I'm UK Gamer 808 and I'll be taking you on this truck review of the ANK Mk38. We'll put it through a test and see what I think of it. Now this overall is a pretty big, nice truck. Now it has got quite a few engine options. We've got the three different engine options there, with the Westline V12 M900 is the best one, but a little bit thirsty on the fuel, which all the bigger engines are. And then we go down to the gearbox and we've got the balance, the high range and the off-road for that one at the moment, although I still have not been able to select gears. Then we have the raised lift on it. Now this raised lift on it, when you put that on, it does make it highly unstable, and a lot of time I don't think you really need to. So tyre options, we've got loads of tyre options. The ones that are locked at the moment is because we haven't got the lift kit on there, but there is a huge amount of tyres for it. We haven't got any of the big Targa mud tyres, but that'll be coming out with mods later. But with the chains on the snow, they're awesome. I'll show you that in a bit. Then we have the winches all there. That's all the winches you can have for it with the high power, which is obviously my favourite one. And then it has got a spare wheel just on the back of there. And then we've got some snorkel options as well, which just there. Still got that one to unlock. And one of the things, sometimes the smoke does hinder you a little bit, where a lot of time you're probably better off with this stock exhaust, where that one blows it up in the air and that one blows it right back in your face as well. But they're not too bad. You can still get on and drive around. It's not that big of an issue. And then we have all the different options for the lighting configurations going on there. And then front bumper, and we have a few different configurations on that, which some of those are still unlocked. You can see that's rank 20 and 18, and I'm still on 15. And then the front side as well, we've got step threshold, and then chrome cap with beacons built into it. The rims, I think the rims were the same. Yeah, we can't change any of the rims on that. And then we've got all the different colours available to whatever you want. Right, now I've got a standard one. This is a completely standard one. We haven't done anything to it. I've got a standard one, and I've also got one with the V12 in it, and that's got all the upgrades, the better tyres and everything. And does it make a huge difference? I don't think it does. You can see you have got to watch it, whereas if you turn on the tarmac pretty tight, you won't roll it, but you will if you've got the larger engine. The Westline, that V12 has got a huge amount of power, but you can see this thing, it just goes. Like, we're only on the normal road now, and it just gets on with it. It just gets it done. If you need a vehicle to go in, then this is the one to use. It is over at White Valley. I'll show you whereabouts the location is later on in the video. So the only downside about it, well, one of the downsides is the fuel factor. It does burn a lot of fuel, but that's what you get because it's permanent diff and permanent all-wheel drive. So if we change over now, these two I've got here, you can see this. I drove them exactly the same distance. That's got 139 litres out of the 200, and then if we go on to the other truck, you see it's burnt 118 litres out of the 200. So this one's going to be a lot more thirsty than the other one, but you can haul with trailers. It works fine, but obviously you're going to use a lot more fuel. So if we pop back into the standard one first of all, and we'll also detach that trailer because we don't need to drag that trailer up there, I don't think. And we've got a nice little trail running up the hill. So we'll put the standard one through the test first. And the only thing about this trail is you do get quite a little bit of damage, which but it is tight, and you see it. You can get it round there, you can. You've just got to watch it, because this truck, as soon as I've been using this for quite a while, I've got about 4 or 5 of these all in all. They're pretty good little workhorses, but they are very easy to topple over. You do get used to using it and realise what you can do and what you can't steering, just because the power's going up the hill there. But see what I mean? There we go. See what I mean? I'm just glad that I could show you that there, because how easy is that? Didn't even take much effort and it's gone. And this is the one without the lift kit. Right, so we're back on our feet, and yeah, So that is the one. Well, two downfalls are the amount of fuel it uses if you're going from one side of the map to the other, and when you have the high lift. Well, even if you don't have the high lift, you've got to watch stability. It is pretty easy to roll it. Especially if you're going quick, you go along and you hit a bump. I've done it a couple of times where I've hit a bump and it has just flipped me over before I even know what's going on. But all in all, that crawled up there pretty easy. It's not a huge test for it, just to show you what it's like, and it gets the job done. So let's go and jump in the other one, what's got the V12 in. Right, so here we are, we've got the V12 version, and we've also got the all-terrain tyres as well, which yeah, is tight round here for a truck anyway. It's more on a skate trail, but you got to put it through the test, haven't you? Now hopefully we won't, when we get at the top here, we won't lose this one, because there is quite a large lump of mud on the one side. So as you go round, it lifts your wheel up, and that was a bit I didn't see. Just like that, see how unstable is that? But at the moment we are still running, but it doesn't really help us. Right, so we're back on our feet again, and yeah, it's just very top heavy, very easy to roll. But as long as you're just not trying to go too much off-road on it, you're not going to have that many problems with it. And you see with the V12, it just keeps going, chugging away, no problems whatsoever. So what's it like over in Alaska and Russia? Right then, so we're down at Island Lake, and the only downside about the ANK is when it gets into some heavy mud, it just sinks, and I think it's down to a lot of the weight for it as well at the moment. But I still haven't got any low range, so if we get stuck, I'm screwed. But you can see, as soon as we hit this water and mud, it's still going, but eventually it does. You get in certain points, you just get there and it just stuck. So the main thing is keep it out of the heavy mud, because it doesn't like it too much, especially if you've got a load on the back. Then you can see we're flat out now, we're just creeping along, and yeah, it's not getting anywhere fast. Now we're down at White Valley, and I've got the normal standard tyres what come with it, and you can see there's a little bit of slidiness, which you'd expect that, but overall the grip on it is really good. Now we're going to try it with the chains in a minute and do exactly the same, and we're expecting a lot better grip out of that. But overall, this is, if you want to get somewhere, this is the one to use, especially if you've got to drop off a little bit of equipment. It's easy done. Got a bit of a power slide going on, but this is the standard engine as well. So let's recover that back. So here we are back out on the road, and this time I've got the chains all round. You've got the option for the ones on the back, the ones on the front as well, and you see the grip, the power slide, and it doesn't spin out. So the chains are brilliant. Not that you need them, but they make a huge amount of difference. So overall in Alaska, this one is pretty cool. Now the location of the ANK Mk38 is over on Pedro Bay. You can see the map there, and it's on the far left hand side of the map, and you don't have to do anything with it. It's ready to go. You just jump in it and it's yours. Right, so there you have it. There is the quick review on the ANK Mk38. Now it is a free one, and it's worth £75,000, so it is worth getting anyway. And it is just one of those trucks. I just use it for fetching and carrying, really. I don't really tow with it. You can tow stuff, but it's not that great really. It's just going to burn even more fuel. So unless you're taking fuel with you, you're going to have problems where you can't really skate with it unless you've got a trailer and a load of fuel on the back. Righto, well that's it for this truck review on the ANK Mk38 for Snowrunner. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I will see you on the next one.